She was doing a charity. See, again, this makes sense. She was in charge of big charity events at one of the radio stations, and they had gotten Albertsons, I think she said, which is a grocery chain out here, to put up $250,000, and Developing Options was supposed to be a part of it. And then whatever went on between her and Big U, she said, I don't want to work with you anymore. Big U shows up at the corporate offices, comes into a meeting where she's with the corporate people. Oh, at her job, she is one of the corporate people. Curses her, talks crazy, embarrasses her right in the building. A few days after that, Nipsey is calling her like, oh, I need those posters or whatever. And she ends up going to the Marathon store. She walks in, click, clack, the door locks. It's Big U. Nipsey is lured her there. Big U slaps her up. A bitch, you shouldn't have embarrassed me at that meeting. I think I, to some degree, was operating under the assumption that a lot of these stories people were telling was just to get internet attention, but apparently not. So now I tend to believe them, especially if it matches up with things in the indictment. Behaviors that the FBI caught him talking about on wiretaps, things that are corroborated by video surveillance footage. So Nipsey was helping Big U with this extortion stuff. And there was that Vector 80, which I knew somebody working there, and we were asking her like, oh, we want to come down there, and I want to come over there, and what's up with that? And she was just disgusted. She was like, oh, don't come. And she was just she had a look of disgust on her face, like, I don't even want to talk about Vector 8, which was that kind of business development center there in the Rolling 60s neighborhood. They got money from some tech person. And again, now knowing what we know with Big U, where'd the money go? Well, and this is, just so you know, I used to, when I was at graduate school, work at a Center for Urban Studies at a big university, and one of the various things that went on there is they would review what various nonprofits in the city, every single federally funded nonprofit in the city of Detroit. So trust me when I tell you, like, money being siphoned out of nonprofits, or just the whole budget of the nonprofit is the director's salary and like a car or something, that's, I don't want to say common, but it's not uncommon. So, Big U, just the whole nonprofit hustle is, they would have, Developing Options was far from the only people doing this in any community. This is not particular to the black community, obviously. It all makes sense. So Nipsey, and remember, Nipsey never said, I disavow gang membership. So I'm an active member, Rolling 60s. Like,
boy, Eddie Boy would tell the nigga, I get down with him. They lock up. Boom, 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 boom. Eddie Boy whoop Dahmer ass. Knock his tooth out, all that. Dahmer come back smoking, right? Kill him behind it, right? Dahmer go to jail for the body. They questioning Nipsey, and Nipsey said, if somebody do something to me or something, I come up dead, Dahmer did it. For they snatched Dahmer. Big U had that recording and used that to make the nigga move. That's when you seen all the victory lap shit, he fucking with him. Nigga, Nipsey was playing his hand. Somebody was gonna go one way or another.
But did Big U have something held over him? This tape of him saying Dahmer is the one who, if something happens to me, it was Dahmer? And then, of course, there's this the other thing of Whack 100 claiming that he had this sexually embarrassing video of Nipsey doing something. And again, I thought, because Whack is always talking and then doesn't produce the goods, but Vlad let slip, and you can like Vlad or not like Vlad, but Vlad is professional. I don't think Vlad makes anything up, because he doesn't have a reputation of making things up. Like, I don't make stuff up. And if you have a reputation for not making stuff up, at least, you never want to mess that up. Because once you're in that category of people who make stuff up, you lose, So Vlad let slip, oh yeah, somebody sent me a picture too, but I'll never show it. But by even saying you got it, I mean, it ain't the same as showing it, but like, right? So people had blackmail over Nipsey. At the least, for sure, there was something weird and sexual. And then there might have been this other tape. And there was a lot of money at stake. I'm showing the footage of the neighborhood there, the Roma 60s neighborhood. It's a huge area. The Overhills area, all those are probably $1 million homes. And even a lot of the other parts of the neighborhood are valuable. They're along Crenshaw, well, until you get to Slauson from like USC campus south through the 40s and 50s. It's hugely built up. Massive businesses. You can see that light rail line going through the middle of Crenshaw. That's brand new. So that's made that area very accessible to the rest of the city. And then when you get to Slauson, it starts to get a little, I know not run down's too strong of a word, but you can tell that maybe everything ain't rented, let's say that. But then you go into the Overhills area, and those are all beautiful homes. Down Brynhurst, which is one of the cliques, that was a rough looking street, all apartment buildings, run down apartment buildings that didn't look too nice. And I guess that's one of the rough parts of the neighborhood.